Yes. Well, let's get back to this whole not taking advantage of, because I think, you know, I think you rang a bell there.
How can someone take advantage of you? How is that possible?
I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I think there are lots of people who feel taken advantage of.
There definitely are.
They feel used.
Victims.
They feel that people, you know, use them. Yes. And there are a lot of, and I had this for many years of my life, I can say I don't have this anymore, is this whole desire to please everybody. You're trying to please, trying to.
Hopeless.
Yes, that's a hopeless situation. Yes.
Yeah.
And you think that it's never enough, that you give and you give and give and give and give, and it's never enough? Yes.
So how is it possible that someone could take advantage of me? You know, if someone took their fist and like they didn't like something I said, and they just hit me as hard as they could, and I knocked me clear against a wall.
Yes.
I began to laugh. Why?
Why would
I'm
you
not
laugh?
Crazy anymore. It's over. That is a state of grace. They hit me and it's over. Of course I'm grateful. It's over. Now here's where the pain begins.
Gosh, you're a different soul.
The mind begins to think they shouldn't have done that. How dare they do that?
That's right.
And the mind shows the hit over and over and over. It's like he hit me once, but I use in his name to suffer. I use that image hits of him hitting me, and all of a sudden I'm a victim, and then I get
you belabor it in your mind. He hit me.
And I get the world to agree that this is a terrible thing, and no one stops to consider it's over. And if he hits me again, it's over. If he hits me again, it's over. And eventually, I'm out the door. As soon as I can get to the door.
So you're not saying then take the abuse?
Oh no! It's like if I'm just shocked and he hit me, then I need to do something about that. And you know, do I want to live with someone who is going to hit another human being that way? So if I stay, the next time he hits me, he didn't hit me. I hit me. It's like his job is to hit. That's a man or a woman who hits people. That's his job. Everything has its job. Everything has its job. His job is to hit women, if we use like a male in this case.
Yes.
And
if
I stay, I can no longer say he hit me and act shocked and surprised. I mean, he's doing his job. You know, the dog bites.
Okay.
Some dogs do, some dogs don't. This dog bites. So he hits me. I'm not shocked or surprised. I hit me at that point. But then we go out into the world and we say, he hit me, and we all agree the world is a terrible place to live. We're not taking responsibility for our own self. And so the clearer we get as we question what we believe about life and people and ourselves, the clearer we get, the kinder we become. And so
is it always about you?
Me? Always.
It's always about me. It's never about the other person.
It cannot be.
It cannot be.
It cannot be.
So people who are pissing us off,
we have to look to ourselves.
It's always about us.
If we're going to get free, we have always. Yeah.
And so we should, I was going to say, you ask yourself the 4 questions. Remind us again, is it true?
Is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true? How do you react when you believe that thought? What happens? The 4th question, who would you be without that thought? And then turn the concept that you're inquiring of around and find opposites to see what is as true or truer. And just to notice, is the concept that you're dealing with, is it peaceful or is it stressful? And if it's stressful, then my job is to invite the world to the work. And the work, again, has no power. It is each of us individually. It is our power in our own answers.
You're saying that because
it's not free.
You're not some guru who's saying that my work is the answer.
Goodness, I'm still working on me.
You're saying that the work has the power as it is applied by each person.
As it is applied by each of us. Yes, each person.
But you know what I think, though, for many people who are new to this kind of thinking, and even for myself, when I first started reading Loving What Is, and I hear about not resisting the moment, I understand that in a certain context. And then I think about, as an African American, growing up in the United States at a time when there was a whole group of people, civil rights leaders and people whose names made the history books and did not, who made it possible for me to be where I am, to sit where I am today. And had they not resisted the injustices, had they not fought against what was considered the norm, you know, I wouldn't be here, nor would there have been progress or success. So how do you explain or define that?
So slow. Even though it appears fast, it's, you know, in our lifetime, it's so slow.
Right.
You know, I say faster. You know, the work is for people in a hurry, you know, for people suffering that are in a hurry. And yes, that's true. It's the best we had going for us on this planet.
Right.
But it is ready. It's, you know, this is a whole other paradigm that we're stepping into. And basically, as we believe our thoughts, we are going to fight, and that is slow. You know, can you imagine a world that is so ancient that they still kill each other?
Yeah.
Where they still hate each other? Well, you know, it's for me, that's an ancient world, and we're all just kind of just moving on to what
evolving from that.
Evolving from that. But yes, those minds, and yes, that courage, you know, that's
was necessary for the time.
Absolutely.
And you're saying this is a different time and a different way of reacting.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I have to tell you, Oprah, one of the most moving things I've ever seen in my life was I watched you not long ago. You were facing, there was a crowd, it looked like all around you, and you had your arm in the air like this, and you said, I am a free woman.
Oh.
And you turned behind you and you said, I am a free woman. And it just rang from my head to my toe. That's our birthright as a human being, freedom. But you know, I was in a very large prison. One day when I was there working with these men, a man started screaming, and he screamed and he screamed, and it set many other men off screaming. But he was screaming because he was shut in a cell with his head. I mean, they shut him in there with himself. And when you believe your thoughts, that's hell. And you put a Buddhist monk in there and you shut the door, he says, thank you.
Yeah, I got that.
But this man that you lock up, you know, I'm a terrible human being. I did it wrong. There's no hope for me. No one understands. That is hell.
I got that epiphany just then, because, right, there's only him in the cell with himself.
Yes.
And he's screaming.
Yes.
Because he's left alone with his own mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then do you believe that some people deserve punishment for the things that they do?
Absolutely not. Oh, my goodness. You know, no one would harm another human being if they were not confused. No one would kill another human being if they were not believing their thoughts. If someone walked up and, you know, if someone...
Well, this is just radical. This is so radical. What are we going to do with the prisons and all those people who are harming people?
You know, I say that if they questioned what they believe, then they're rehabilitated. And then when they come out, they're different human beings.
Okay. But you do believe that they have to be incarcerated someplace?
Well, absolutely. If I hurt you and I hurt someone else and I hurt someone else, have you ever hurt someone? You know how that feels?
Yes.
My goodness, stop me. If you love me, stop me.
Yes.
Lock me up.
Yes.
Because it hurts me to harm another human being.
Right.
It's mercy.
Yeah.
But then give me some way to deal with my mind so that I don't do it again. And that way is self-realization, God realization, and the work is the way to wake up.
And you're saying that self-realization, not lived, doesn't mean a thing. It's just a bunch of goo-goo gaga stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So incarcerate, but in the process of incarceration, do allow them to do the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very simple. Very simple.
Thank you, Byron Katie.
Oh, you're so welcome. These moments
Unlike
together.
anybody I know, you not only see the glass half full, you see it overflowing.
Well, the universe is friendly, and I invite people not to believe me, but to test it for themselves.
Thank you. What a joy.
You're welcome.